that you're doing on purpose. Sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
Yes, everybody, welcome in. Later with Jason Suel. Glad you are tuned in to us, man. Holiday season in full swing, Bo Counts.
So great. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
I love it. It's no longer 80 degrees, even though that lasted all the way to Thanksgiving, it felt
totally
like.
did.
I mean, it is just, we're here.
And it finally feels like it's okay to have your Christmas decorations up. No more of this, like, should you put your decorations up?
No more argument. We're in agreement.
Yeah.
We're finally united on something.
On something.
And it's Christmas lights.
You know what? You have outdone yourself there at Pinpoint.
Thank you.
Again. I mean, you guys went swiftly and
8 days.
Without flaw from
Halloween to
Nightmare on
Christmas.
Block
Yeah.
to Christmas at Pinpoint.
Yep.
Tell us about that.
It's wild. And I mean, again, it's kind of what we were talking about. Like, there is that weird a period where people get mad. You're like, it's too early. It's too early.
Right.
And if you don't do it fast enough, then you don't have time because the seasons are just so smacked into
They're
each other.
smacked into each other.
So we just decided to take an 8-day down, flip it. I mean, Lights of the Ozarks was only 5 days after we got open with our stuff. So we've been running. I mean, it feels like Christmas has been going on for several weeks already for us.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're just getting into the holiday season. We got more weeks ahead, and it's been absolutely awesome.
I know that when you do Nightmare on Block, you have kind of designated areas.
Yes.
What do you do for Christmas time?
Same thing. We over the years we have kind of borrowed that same mentality from Nightmare on Block Street. It's like let's make these vignettes, let's make these scenes, these art installation pieces that you can sit in that remind us of some of our favorite movies. Because you know I love movies.
Yeah.
So we kind of do the same thing with Christmas. We've got Home Alone, we've got Die Hard, we've got The Grinch, we've got Nightmare Before Christmas, we've got Krampus, we've got National Lampoons, we've got Christmas Story, and you can pick your favorite. You
All
can
the
sit there and
favorites.
be a part of that movie.
Immerse.
Yeah.
Right?
All the references, like in the Home Alone booth, there's a fan blowing feathers and like a tarantula on the wall, and like, you know, his tickets that they never got. Like, all of it's there.
Well, you know what we should do is pay a visit. We should pay you a visit. Let's do an episode from Pinpoint coming up.
We should.
Yeah, let's work that out.
I'll call my people, you call your people.
Yeah,
and
we'll
make
get
it
the
happen.
right people in the right place at the right time for
Yeah.
sure. Speaking of right people, right place, right time, we got a great episode lined up for you. Guess who's here? Mrs. Claus is here. That's right. Mrs. Claus is going to be joining us. Obviously, it's a busy season for Mrs. Claus, I know.
How'd she get the time?
Yeah, she got the time. She made time for us. That's how special we are
That Claus
here
family.
on Later. Absolutely. The Claus family, always giving back this holiday season. And then we have another great music video lined up by our great friends here at Fayetteville Public Television. Cannot wait to hear that band a bit later on. Down there at our chef's table, we're welcoming back one of our favorite chef royalty, Vince Pinalto, joining us. What do you have for us, Vince?
Hey, we're getting ready for the holiday season with some caramel apple buns.
Ooh, caramel apple buns.
Ooh,
I know.
I'm ready
Is
for
your
those
mouth watering?
buns.
Yeah, we just have to wait until a lot later in the show to try them. But it's going to be worth it. Stick around. We got all that fun happening later. Welcome back, everybody. I don't know how we did it, but we have Mrs. Claus joining us on the program. Mrs. Claus, thank you for taking the time in this busy season.
Oh, you're so welcome, Jason.
So I just have to know, what is it like? We're in December now. The big day is coming up.
Yes. Well, have you ever shopped in a grocery store the day before Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Okay,
every year.
imagine that, but like 10 times more intense.
Yeah.
That with like Black Friday combined with traveling on Christmas Eve. And you've got the North Pole right now.
Okay, it's crazy.
Yes, yes.
Well, I think you deserve a drink. So we
I
can just-
do. Yes. I say we
And
cheers.
I'm the naughty one.
You are,
obviously.
but don't tell
Should we
Santa.
don't tell
Yes.
Santa? Shh. That's just straight bourbon.
It sure is. Yes.
Yeah.
This is what we drink at this time at the North Pole.
Okay, you have to.
Keep it loosey goosey.
You also brought some treats.
Oh,
now,
I
you're
did
famous
indeed.
for your cookies.
I am very famous for these. These, I'm so excited to tell you, are brown butter bourbon chocolate chip cookies. I'm sticking with the bourbon
The bourbon
theme.
is a theme.
Yes, yes.
Do you make these every year?
I make them
I didn't know
every
this.
day.
Every day?
Yes,
You're very busy. How
oh,
many
I
do you have
do.
to feed this time of year?
Oh, dozens. I'm on dozens.
Okay.
On
I thought you were going to
dozens.
say more, but dozens is a lot. So, all the elves, I'm imagining.
Well, and you know, they want more and more
Right.
and more because, you know, they
you
need
want
the
one?
sugar. Oh,
I feel- yeah,
please.
I get
You
in
know,
there.
they need sugar. I mean,
Yes.
you've seen Buddy the Elf,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
It's one of the four major
food groups.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, even though it's not as many as you would think, they just they go through that stuff like
I can see why, because these cookies are absolutely delicious. You know, off air, you got to share your recipe. I don't know, there may be something special in there that we can't get here in Arkansas, but maybe I can get close.
I think so. I
If
think
it
we
involves
can,
bourbon, I can certainly get close.
yes, absolutely, yes.
So the big man. Now I heard a rumor that like during the year he like sheds pounds, and then when the build up to Christmas comes, he starts bulking up to get ready to be, you know, the jolly old elf.
That's exactly it.
Is it really?
That is exactly because you know it's cold in the North Pole,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
And so when we go on our vacations, right? Even though he loves to take photos and, you know, greet his fans,
Sure.
just sometimes just need a little quiet time,
A little
right?
incognito.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he sheds the weight and I mean it's years,
Yeah.
years off his appearance. I'm telling
Six-pack
you what.
on the beach. Do you all prefer to go to the beach when you're escaping the North Pole?
You know, we do.
Okay.
We actually kind of split our time between the North Pole and Orlando.
Orlando.
Yep, that's where we, believe it or not,
Yeah.
we have the whole world at our disposal, and we
do.
pick Florida.
And so when you're in Orlando, do you have a favorite like theme park that you like to go
Oh.
to? There are several to choose from.
We love to follow those minions around
you
wherever they
do?
go. Oh, we love them.
Okay,
We
so
just-
Universal, I think. would be
Yes,
the one
that
for you to go
one.
to.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love them.
Has anyone ever ended up on the naughty list that you were surprised about, or vice versa? Somebody on the nice list.
You
you're
know
like,
what?
Weird.
I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
God rest her soul, Queen Elizabeth.
Oh.
She was on the naughty list
What?
one year. I know, and I said, Santa, please,
Yes.
please, honey.
Yeah.
And he said, I've got to do it.
Yeah.
And I said, but she's so nice. And he said, yeah, right.
Okay.
I was,
How did we not know that?
I know, but it was only 1 year.
Okay. She had a
It was
1
only
year
1
kind
year.
of like.
I think he was just, I
He was
don't know what
really
he was.
particularly mean. at you,
Yeah,
huh?
he was. You know, sometimes it's hard being nice all the time.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Does he get tired of all the requests from children?
You know what? Believe it or not, no.
Okay.
If he does, I don't know about it, but
Oh.
he does have a journal.
Oh, he
but
does.
I don't read the journal, so I don't know what kind of scribbles
Kept
he's
under
got
lock
going
and
on.
key.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't peek at that, but that's different than the list.
Oh
though.
yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. So many elves there.
yeah. Yes, we do. Dozens, in
Do you
fact.
have a favorite?
You know what?
Mhm.
I love Buddy the Elf.
You love Buddy.
I do love. I know that he's not technically an elf,
Right.
right? But you know,
He's a human raised by elves.
right? Yes, but you know, he could change the battery in the smoke detector,
He
right?
brought the choir down a
A
whole
whole
octave.
octave. I mean, it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was great. He could get up and clean, you know, the corners of the ceiling
Yeah.
and the ceiling fan. He was wonderful. I loved having a good, strong elf man around.
Yes. So, Mrs. Claus.
Yes.
Let's say Christmas has passed.
Yes.
What happens after Santa has made his trip?
Mhm.
Christmas is over.
Mhm.
Is there a big celebration? Is everybody taking a nap?
We throw the wildest party you
Do
could
you?
ever imagine.
Just
We have a DJ.
Crank up the podcast.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it is like a rave in there. And
Oh.
we've got the lights going everywhere. The reindeer get happy. I mean, it is we throw down.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you could wish for the world this holiday
yes.
season, what are your top wishes? Top 3 wishes for everybody this season?
Oh, you know, I do wish that everyone would, just try to be happy, right? Try to find things to laugh at and be a little silly and be extra generous and eat more cookies.
I think cookies
eat
is it.
another cookie.
Yeah.
Just eat it.
This will make you happy.
This will make you happy.
Yes.
This will, in moderation, make you happy.
Right. And in moderation, is this your go-to drink?
Oh,
This time
yes.
of year?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if you're celebrating at home right now, maybe grab yourself one of these to join in the holiday season, but definitely grab yourself a cookie or some sugar. Anything will do,
Anything
right?
with just a spoonful of it.
Yeah, just a spoonful.
Just grab a whole
Thank
spoon.
You sound like somebody else who's really smart that I know. Yes, thank you for joining us and taking the time.
Oh, of course. Anytime.
Yes, all right, stick around. We got more fun happening later. Cheers.
Cheers. Ding.
The song's called The Colder Days. One, two, three, four. Days getting colder as the seasons start to change. And I hate to admit it, but my heart is much the same. Like the thought I had just slips away. And I can't even find the words to say. The summer days have gone away, but you and me were meant to stay together through the colder days, so we could see the world that we have made. Feels a lot like the setting of the sun. Chased by a darkness I cannot outrun. Tell me there's a reason for all of this pain. Even if it's only to learn the tears in the rain. The summer days have gone away, but you and me were meant to stay together through the colder days, so we can see the world that we have made. So take me and break me and make me a better man. I've got hope in the harvest, but only from work in the land. And I know I'm not perfect, but I think it's worth it to try. To not be a victim, but rather a victor of life. Summer days have gone away, but you and me were meant to stay together through the colder days, so we can see the world that we have
Yes, everybody, we are down here at the chef's table. Chef Vince from Brightwater joining us.
Hello, everybody.
It smells great down here. All these
thank you,
spices.
thank you.
Always
Yeah.
bring the
So-
best treats.
Yeah.
This time of the year is the best for all those warm winter spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, and all the good stuff.
Everything, guys, you don't understand how good this smells. And he hasn't even really done it.
Smell-o-vision,
So
where are we
smart.
with
Where
that?
are we? Why haven't we invented that technology yet? So what do we do first?
So
You're
what we're
rolling
gonna
this
do-
out?
The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cook some apples down, and I did that prior because it's kind of a long time. And
We
I
don't have a
used-
kitchen here.
I used butter and cinnamon and a little bit of black pepper.
You had me at
and
butter.
A little bit of brown sugar, and these got cooked down until they're just kind of soft. Go right
Are
ahead.
you going?
Go all in. There you go.
Oh
There
my
you go.
God.
And so diced up, peeled and cored apples. We're just gonna literally dump that right there.
Dump it right in.
Man.
And this is the easy recipe,
It's
right?
one bite less
Yeah.
because of Bo,
I'm,
but
not,
that's
I'm gonna
all right.
use these since
Yeah,
you-
use a hand. Sorry.
And
I
I'm
went,
just gonna. It's all good. It's gonna go in the oven. Just make a layer of that on the bottom.
That goes on the bottom.
Yeah. So this
Okay.
is kind of like
An upside down.
pecan sticky buns, you
Yeah,
know,
for
with
sure.
apples instead.
What kind of apples do you use in this?
So you can use Granny Smiths. Those are a big one. I like to use Gala. It's
Okay.
a good question though because like
And there's so many varieties now.
Right.
right, but Red Delicious and Yellow Delicious would go to applesauce. So you don't
They're
want
too
that.
mushy.
Okay, then we
What
go
What about
down
like a
to
pink
'cause this-
lady,
Pink Lady, Honey Crisp.
honey crisp?
These will
and
hold their
Cosmic.
consistency.
So
I
these
mean,
will hold their shape.
still
yeah.
look like
even
an
in even in after a bake. So we're going to take this dough. We're going to just roll it out into like a big rectangle, and
What style of dough is this?
now this is a brioche. So it's,
Okay.
that's why it's yellow. It's got some eggs and things like this, and then my friend,
It's gonna be
my
really fluffy.
handy French pin here,
Ooh la
French pin, I know,
Ooh
yeah.
la la, Chavins.
and we're just going to literally roll this.
I'm
out
gonna
to-
like ratatouille over here.
Yeah, you're totally right too.
All right, so we have a pretty good rectangle here. I'm going to stretch out the corners just
Okay.
because I don't like anything in there. And this is a mixture of cinnamon and brown sugar.
That's
Simple.
it. Okay.
Half cup of sugar, a tablespoon of the spice.
Beautiful.
And literally, we're just going to.
What's this goop?
That's the special sauce.
Well, you tell us.
What is that? It is good
Oh,
though.
You just
yeah.
gooped your own mouth.
It is good.
That's really good.
That is
Oh,
creme
yeah.
anglaise, which is pastry cream in more of a liquid form.
Okay.
Oh,
Now you're
that is
folding up
good.
the edge here.
So I'm just
Is
going to
that-
pull this up, and then we're going to start rolling it.
Rolling it.
towards you.
Okay.
I left a
okay.
little 1-inch space there that I can seal up.
So it's kind of like making a little cinnamon roll.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Exactly like a little bitty old cinnamon roll. I'm sorry, I'm making a mess.
That's all right.
No, go for it.
Right
I mean-
here, just got a bench scraper, or you can use a knife, and we're just gonna cut these
Assuming
guys.
that your assistant didn't put it in his mouth.
or lick it.
Yeah.
And these are going in the oven, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. Took out all those
And
germs.
we're just gonna put these right
Okay,
on top of
you
the
place
apples.
Whoa.
And you place them with the opening up,
It doesn't.
up and down.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So that way the cinnamon and the sugar
kind of
can,
runs
like,
down.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
Oh
put
yeah.
that in
And
there
then
like
the
this.
steam from the apples can silo up and
But
oh.
you want that to happen too, because that helps these guys grow nice.
Silo up. Is that the term?
It's just come. It's,
Gotta
you're making a
silo
little
it.
chimney
We're gonna-
Yeah,
Today it
for
is.
all the apple
Today it
fumes.
is.
So this would need to sit for about an hour, like
Okay.
in a room,
Just sit in a room.
in a warm room, part of the room, you know.
Can
you
Right,
sprinkle?
totally, absolutely.
Yeah, do it.
There's no saying no on that one. That's what
Okay.
I always do.
Yeah.
I mean,
And they're gonna
waste
double
not,
inside.
want not.
They'll basically fill up that empty space.
Right.
there. And then we're going to go in the oven. These will take about 20, 25 minutes at 350 degrees.
350.
Okay.
Okay.
And then when they come out of the oven, they're going to look like this.
Look at that.
When you flip
And
it
you just
out,
flip the pan like an
flip
upside
it-
down
yeah,
cake.
like that
Okay.
Boom.
pecan sticky bun. And so they, how was this?
It was phenomenal.
So this is
what
like you
is
said, it was
so
like a
it's-
pastry cream.
It's
so
pastry cream that's more of a liquid form. Creme anglaise is the name.
so it's not. It does not taste like your traditional like icing that you would get.
Right.
Yeah. This is definitely more like what would be in an eclair.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
very very. Yeah.
So,
that's it?
And that's it. And that was they'll stay nice for about 5 days in
out
the
of my
fridge.
way.
But I
You
was
guys
gonna
are sitting
say,
here
I
talking
don't know
about
why
it.
y'all are waiting to eat these guys.
I was waiting for Bo to do just that so we could see this on his face. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you said 350 for about 20 minutes.
20 to 25 minutes
Yep.
until they're golden brown, and then
Flip it upside down.
as soon as they come out, you want to flip it upside down because that
God.
could stick in there really, really hard.
Okay, so you want it while they're still hot.
Yeah.
You want to flip them
Yeah.
over,
And
then put the
then
glaze
put the
on.
glaze on.
Can you put the glaze on immediately, or should
You
you
could,
wait?
especially if you're going to eat them right away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When they're
Why
warm, they're
wait?
better.
I was going to say. we
I
need
mean, and the crazy thing is this looks so simple, but when it comes out, it looks so unbelievably complex. You can impress your friends. Like,
You do not know how many of my things that I pull out of a rabbit out of a hat. to
Magic
do that.
Yes.
Magic tricks.
I bet you do. Vince, thank you again. We love Vince Day here on Later with Jason Suel. Because of things like that going in our mouth, we couldn't appreciate you more. Thanks, Vince, for joining us. Stick around. We got more fun. We're going to be eating these later. Yeah, that's our show. You can find, like, and follow us out there. We're on the social media, posting everything that happens right here on Later with Jason Suel. You can also send us an email over at laterwithjasonsuel.com. And before we get out of here, we got to thank all of our amazing guests, including, I don't know how we got her, but Mrs. Claus joining us.
All the way from the North Pole.
All the way from the North
But
Pole.
also Chef Vince from coming out and making these amazing buns. I'm gonna have another one.
Oh, you should, yeah. And how about that amazing music video from our friends right here at Fayetteville Public Television? That's our show. We'll see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.